Good morning. 6 a.m. Literally been here since 5, rolled out of bed. Had a horrendous journey down to Kent and back yesterday. It took me 4 hours and 45 minutes to get home for a typical 3-hour journey. Fantastic. But yeah, chaos. Just sorting some Okawa fish at the minute, which I'll share with you. Getting them prepared, ready for sale. But the week's just gone, so I'm always up early, but rather than sit doing my admin work, I thought I'd get up to the fish farm and see what can get done this weekend. Quick walk through up to the pond I'm sorting. This is one of the Sakai ponds at the farm at the minute. Some bigger Gosanki that were too big to go in with the others. A few that were smaller bits that need moving out of here now actually. Oh, look at that, feed time. 6 a.m, first feed of the day. And of course the mango benigois, which are phenomenal. Another pond I'm hoping to sort out. So I'm very excited about these Minima Koi Farm Tosai Goshki. You've seen them on one of my videos. Exciting stuff. Some absolutely huge Tosai chags now in here. Honestly, I don't quite know what size they're up to. You can't see them too well, but they're bonkers. Phenomenal pond of Tosai. They've just had their feed. I'm due to go through them next week because they're at a point now where the pond's getting a bit full. And then those very special 50 DK Shiros selected against Fujio. Really hitting their stride now. These are looking insane. And the pond I'm currently sorting at the minute, this is the Gosanki stuff from Okawa that I've got. Net full there that are going back into the pond. These are coming out to make one of my smaller mixers. Pond full of, yeah, these are the ones I'm waiting to do a video on. This is the Saito stuff that I've mentioned that's still not done the video on, so I'm not going to say too much more, but they're looking mega. My golden corn swamp, this is getting out of hand, this. All Tosai, they're freaking huge. There's so many in here as well, one of these 1200 gallon ponds. There we know, I think we're probably getting up to 40 cm on top end of this. And then we in here got the Battle of the Breeders fish doing incredibly well. And a load of my Tamasaba currently took up residence for a short period. But they're coming out next week as well now, the pond ready for them. They are doing incredibly well. So getting to it, what I've got in front of me is this Okawa. It's kind of a mix, mainly Gosanki. There was a few other bits, and in some other ponds I've got his Shirotsori, Ginmin Shiro, Yamabuki, Parachina, Sagi's Akamutsubas. Yeah, crazy amount of stuff. So I'm not quite sure how this is all going to come together yet. I am literally just figuring it out as I go along, playing sort of chess with the pond space. But right now I'll have a quick show. These are the fish I've picked just to push on a bit further. Not necessarily for long-term growing, just to make certain sizes that we need within the business for people moving forward. So yeah, I'm going to see what numbers go in first, and then there's a chance some of the other varieties will get mixed in here, but let's wait and see. I'm not really making tactical decisions on maximising growth, so it might be there's a bit of a size mix variation in here. Who knows, let's see. But Okawa Koi Farm is one I absolutely love. You'll have seen a video on the channel to my visit there recently. This Gosanki stuff is just quality. I mean, these will grow so effortlessly as well. They really will. And his Shiro line as well is probably, you know, along the Gosanki, his strongest productions. But he dabbles in all kind of bits as well. So he kind of tries, I think, maybe because of where he's located, making himself a bit more of a one-stop shop. But these do look fantastic. So this is one of the 1200 gallon ponds. I'm going to get these counted back in now, and then yeah, move on to the next one where I've still got some grading to do. So a variety that's not a lot of fun to grade. We've got about 350 of these in here. Lovely colour, all from Okawa. but nice. So there, yeah, this feels like work, this one, but let me get on with it. So selecting Yamabukis, these are actually a lot better. The colour's quite uniform, but this is a true problem with Tosai. When the colour is underdeveloped, I'll just show you here. In here I've got some massive, I mean this is a Tosai pond full stop, but the Yamabukis are Izumi, and these tend to be really quite pale when they're younger. The freaking thing's huge. So you get the head colour is not uniform, because the colour can actually be developing on the head and it's go a bit two-tone. And it can be the same on the rest of the body as well. A lot of these sort of two-tone now, they're growing really quickly. That yellow needs to catch up and develop. So you have to bear that in mind and kind of look past it sometimes, which is hard because uniformity is important, just it's not necessarily in young ones. So uniformity is important, just let's not always get it in the Tosai. Now these aren't too bad, so what I'm really looking at with these, because the colour is well developed, is uniformity of colour on the head. If I can get it, it's kind of what I'm going for. But more a case of no blemishes or really strong white patches. A little bit paler isn't a problem. But we can see with some like this, it's a really pale fish anyway. It's a lot paler than the crowd. You can see the white in the head. See, that's a no-go for me in this case. What I'm looking for is that. With these, like I say, more so, because it seems to be the trend, uniformity like that one. I'm not bothered about them being the darkest of colour. Paler is fine for me. Sometimes paler is a bit better. These will tell. It's the first time I've had these from Okawa. I think it's actually the first year he's bred them. Then the fins, shape of the fins can be a big problem with Yamabuki Ogon. So some nice clean uniformity on the fins. Nice shine. You can never forget shine with metallic fish. I want shine everywhere. Fins, head, body. The job lot really, but it's yeah, there's so many fish here, so just a little selection tip. When you've got a variety like this, you ever find yourself in a spot, maybe you've bred some, you've got a lot of fish, always important just to take a little net full out your bowl like this, sort through that net so you know what, obviously then move what you've keeping to another net like I've got over there, look, and then what I'm not keeping goes in that net. Quite simple process. Just make sure you paid attention to all the fish. When it's all in here, trust me, it's overwhelming and you will miss something in the end. Is that done? About 75 fish in there, so I am going to put them in the pond with the Gosanki I just did earlier. I think that's going to be a nice mix and get that stocking level roughly around where I want it. There'll be a bit of capacity left, and just this pretty lot, which as I move these outside, some's going to go in a little mix I'm creating. Then others will just go in a pond independently to be sold independently like that. So yeah, magic. This is a pretty wild pond on the sorting agenda next week. All Okawa as well. There's some phenomenal bigger Tosai Shiros in there, but mainly all Shiro, Ginrin Shiro. There's Gin Mitsuba and Ginrin Gin Mitsuba as well, which is quite cool. Just under 1,000 fish in here. Mad for it. So that's the basis of this pond so far. 118 of the Gosanki bits and 75 Yamabuki. Might be space for a few of these Pikisui and Deutsche Ranges that I've got, and then that'll be it for now for the initial period. So that's phase one of the morning for me. Got to get back now. Wife's in our salon today, so yeah, daddy daycare, but I will be back up here in a little bit. This pond behind me actually is on the agenda, pretty exciting as well. And yeah, Danny from My Boys Koi is also heading up because unfortunately I had to cancel on him yesterday, so he's heading up as well, and we'll see where we get. But now, yeah, time back to daddy duties.